Today's video is sponsored by food. See them? All food. All food. So anyway, y'all, today has been a very busy day. And yeah, that's the reason I'm doing a chat, because I didn't have a chance to really record a lot. I was more focused on trying to get, Sean and Rachel, the tree cleaned up over there so they could get in and out of their driveway. That didn't take us very long, but then, we had a bunch of other stuff to do that required playing in the mud. Hence, look at me. So if you can see that or not, I don't know, but yeah, lots of playing in the mud today. So I got both the ponds pumped down, so because we've got more rain coming, y'all. We're supposed to have, hopefully it's not another storm like yesterday, but we do have another one coming. So and then after that, they're saying 4 or 5 days of dry. So we'll see. But when I came out this morning, y'all, this pond, this big one right here, the J pond, it was filled up all the way up into that little trail up in there. So it was full. I've got it all knocked down. Things are drying out actually pretty fast today. But I went and dug a bunch of rocks out over here. So I leveled the pile down right here and been digging all the big rocks out. So this is just the driveway, y'all. So this is I just kind of spread it out so it would dry faster. But got all these great big beautiful rocks here, and those are for our project that's going over there soon. So I need about 20 more of those, which I'm sure I'll find, because there's still a bunch in this pile over here. They're not real big yet, but on the same note, right here, you can see all these right here, but I actually haven't started digging the rest of that over there yet. So I know there's a bunch more in here. There is some really cool ones, like that one right there. It's very cool. So anyway, that's what we're doing. We're just kind of mitigating water today. Trying to do my best to keep going no matter what the weather conditions are. I didn't get a chance to get the other trees down. We've got about 8 or 10 of them that are down all over out here. So I've definitely got to be digging out the chainsaw tomorrow. I've got to put a new chain on it and get the rest of these trees out, especially the one right by the door, y'all. That one's hanging down. If you seen the video yesterday, that one's hanging down still right in front of the door. The only reason it didn't fall from the wind yesterday was because we had our lights strung to it. And our lights, both them strings were like a banjo across there. It was crazy. But I don't know if you can see this. I just noticed over here that this other side is still draining. So I don't know if you can see over in there or not, but it's still draining down in there, which is cool. The pond, I had this down low this morning, like to where you could almost see the bottom, about 5 inches deep, but now it's filling back up. So, and like I said, I've said it a few times already, it's doing its job, and that's what's important. That's the main thing right there, is doing its job. And so that's a good thing. Can't wait to get some fish in it. Got crawdads everywhere, Tim, our friend Tim, or somebody, I think it was Tim, that said that he loved crawdads, and somebody else I heard said they love crawdads too. I don't know, there's enough of them down here that we could probably scoop out a bunch of them around here. Put some dough bait on a net down at the bottom of this pond, and probably pick out a whole bunch, which would be kind of cool. I've been to a couple of crawfish festivals, and I've tried a few of them, a few different ways, Cajun style especially. But then they say if you like shrimp, you'll like those. And I have to say they've got a little different flavor, but they're pretty much like a shrimp. I like them. I mean, like I said, as long as they're cooked the right way, anyway, for me, anyway, they gotta be done up pretty good for me to do that. Yeah, my arms are sore, y'all. Arms are like jello today. Poor Sean, he was like, man, today's truck day too, and I gotta go in and close. And he said, my arms are like jello from running that big chainsaw. I'm telling you, that big rancher chainsaw, that thing that's a man's saw, there ain't no doubt. And if you ain't used to that kind of work, it'll wear you out with a quickness. We do have to take that big tree out though, y'all. We still got, there's still like 2 or 3 real big limbs hanging off of it that are just not safe. And I'm just not comfortable with leaving it sit there like that. So we're gonna go ahead and put the backhoe. You'll see that video. I've got some video of it this morning. So you'll see that coming out tomorrow. We got a few other things I want to add to it in the morning. But like I said, you'll get to see all that tomorrow. How big that thing was around and how big the rest of the tree is around. Probably going to try and get somebody to go out there and see if 2 or 3 of us can't wrap our arms around the base of it. And we'll get it to fall. I think it'll be very cool. There'll be some giant logs we can make something cool out of, that's for sure. The carport now, I did address that today. A little bit, I didn't go through it a lot, I should say. But it looks like there's only about 4 or 5 pieces that are really, really bad on it. I'm gonna walk you over here and show you. And I think there's a possibility I can get away with it, fixing it. So I don't foresee that being a major stopper. So like this one bar here, I think I can get away with replacing it. There's actually like 4 of them. See if I can get you down through. There's like 4 of them down through here. But you can see what happened is the wind come up over top of it and just forced it down. That wind was so strong. Like I said, I clocked a 78-mile-an-hour gust when that happened. So it's not surprising that it got trashed. You know, we were getting 20 and 30 the day I set it up. And it wasn't phasing it a bit. So I'm gonna figure out a different way to anchor it down, and I am gonna contact the manufacturer and see if you know, I can get the other parts for it, and you know, get it to go back up. I don't know. We'll try, see what we can do. It's worth saving, I think. You know, and I only need it for a few more months anyway. I got to get through this and get this truck fixed. So that's my main concern right now, y'all, is getting the truck fixed. Be nice if I could hit the lottery and just take it to a shop and let them do it, you know. Say, okay, here you go, here's the motor, put it in. But you know, I don't have that kind of money to do that, so it is what it is. But even with it coming down like that, everything still stayed dry inside. So I'm just gonna let it do its thing and see what we got. We got a visitor sneaking up behind me over here, y'all.
Just finishing putting the chickens in their bed.
No, they don't have to go they don't go to bed yet.
Really?
Yeah, not until about dark. Yeah, don't put them all in there. So anyway, now you know. Yeah, but we've been trying to clean up some of the stuff that got blown around that we had, you know, piled up here to take to the dumpster. You know, because our dumpster is way out there, y'all. So, I said, and we had our cardboard piled up here to burn, so we could burn off some of this excess around here. And man, that stuff just went everywhere. And there's stuff over here from the other houses next door. So, we've been working on cleaning that up as well. Like I said, that wind was nothing to play with, y'all. It was crazy. We did find out we had a tornado right out here. They said between Mount Magazine and Havana. So that's, you know, right there. And so when we went out to the main road, of course, there's a giant tree right there, right by the bus stop where Miley catches the bus. And it was laying down. Thank God it didn't land in the road, but it was laying down for sure. So we had to deal with that. We didn't have to deal with that, but you know, I say deal with that as in we got seeing what was going on. It kind of gave us a hint that, you know, we were fortunate. So I didn't go into town and see, look around for any more damage or anything like that. So I just kind of left it at all that. So it is what it is. But anyway, I know this is kind of a short video for today. I am going to call it a little quits on this one because I am whooped. We've been going since about 7 o'clock this morning. And here it is. I think it's like 5 o'clock or something now, right now. So yeah, I'm tired. I'm ready for a cold drink and take a chill pill and get my boots off because I am hot, I'm muddy, tired. Worked my tail off today. Not a bad thing. I enjoy doing that kind of stuff. I really enjoyed getting out here and doing the things today, but I still got a lot more to go before the mess is even cleaned up around here from that storm. So soon it'll all be pretty out here, you know. One of these days, I think one of these days, praying it'll be pretty around here and I won't have that much to deal with, you know. But Mary was out there dealing with the chickens and putting her stuff together today and helping mow and we were, you know, we were doing all kinds of stuff. So lots of stuff going on today. But anyway, like I said, y'all, I am whooped. So I just thought I'd give you an update on the storm. We did get them out and, you know, I have assessed some more damage and I think we'll be good to go. So we'll be taking care of that and I'll bring you along for some of that here real soon. Probably tomorrow, because that's going to be the next thing is getting the trees that are bent over down and a few of the trees that we're worried about hitting the barn, so and getting those out. So anyway, I want to thank y'all for watching every day, and we appreciate all the prayers for y'all sending us last night about the storm and everything. So I wanted to thank you very much for all that, and keep watching. All right, we'll see y'all tomorrow.